better, getting wiser, getting smarter, getting wealthier, doing the things that we have to do by all means necessary. And the things that I tell y'all, I'm telling you, I be like through the roof, like so excited, even as I do some of these studies because I get so much out of it. Like honestly, for real, this law of attraction study, this was a personal one. Like seriously, I ain't even gonna hold you. I was like, I need to do a study on the law of attraction for me. Like, so by all means, like I'm here to share it with y'all, but I needed it for me so bad. And I'm so glad that I did it because it helped me. Even just doing the study last night, it just really, really helped me. So boom, let's get right on into it. It was so much stuff that like I didn't even write down. I was still listening to videos on law of attraction when I woke up this morning. And I was like, Dag, I didn't write that down. I didn't write this down. I am not an expert on the law of attraction. I am going to try to break down the law of attraction as best as I know how, for you and for me. So, but I believe the law of attraction to be real, for me in my life, just because there are certain things that I have been doing to help myself and to benefit myself. I did a study on learning how to have a positive mental attitude. So even when people get on my nerves and I want to slap the crap out of somebody and all that kind of stuff, and I take moments out to gather my thoughts and to transmute negative thoughts into positive thoughts, it makes my life better. It makes me feel good. It makes the next moment better. I don't have to walk around with an attitude, not feeling good, not enjoying the rest of my day, and all of that kind of stuff, because I am doing things like this in my own mind. And I don't tell nobody, like, I don't even have to break down to you, like, if you're getting on my nerves. But I'm going to go somewhere and gather myself so I won't get out of character because I want too much out of life. And the next thing you know, I'm focused on how much you piss me off and all of that kind of stuff, and my vibration is low. You can literally feel when you lower your vibration because of what somebody else is doing. You can feel yourself, you can feel your energy disintegrate opposed to your energy rising because of the emotions and the thoughts that you allow to go through your own mind. I'm telling you, I be doing this stuff. Like, I was like, wow, I have to talk about the law of attraction because I'm doing certain things to help me and it's working. So I want to share it with y'all. I want it to work for you guys too. So let's go ahead and get into it. Today's topic, the laws of attraction, is basically a spiritual practice that argues that positive thoughts and actions reap positive rewards and vice versa for negative ones. So that is basically what the law of attraction is. It is a spiritual practice. I am a very spiritual person, so I don't get so much into religion. Some religions kind of scare me. I am very spiritual though. I try to stay connected to my higher power at all times. Like, I not even just sometimes, not even on Sundays, and when I'm feeling all holy and sanctified and favored and by the grace of God and all that kind of, I try to stay connected to my higher power 24/7, from the time that I wake up in the morning to the time I pull out the parking lot to the time I come back, and every moment in between. I can't do nothing without him, and I know I can't. There's so much stuff going on out here in the world with people and families and tragedies, and I ride past accidents and all of that kind of stuff, and I know this only because for the grace of God that I am as blessed as I am. So I want the presence of God to be with me all the time. So I was like, wow, what is the law of attraction? So when I read that, it was basically a spiritual practice, so not a religious practice, a spiritual practice. Spirituality and religion is two different things. I did a whole study on it, and I wrote a book on it. My book, Religiously, is a closer look at spirituality and religion. So I don't want to get too deep on y'all, but spirituality and religion are two completely different things for those of you who don't know. So there are many, many, many different religions across the world. There is one higher power. There is one God. I don't care what they choose to call them. There are thousands of religions. Like how that happened, I don't know. like how did it, become so many different religions? So I just don't even get into it. But I did write my book about it to get my personal outlook. And I do believe spirituality is more important than religion. I love to be spiritual. I love to feel the spirit of God with me at all times. So it is not a religious thing to me. It is a spiritual thing to me, and I'm glad that it is, because I feel it. I feel it more in my spirit opposed to just putting on a show or whatever. I'm not trying to be offensive to anyone, but I would rather feel it. I am a real type person. I don't like being fake or phony or just doing something just because everybody else is doing it. So that is just no surprise to me that I love to be connected spiritually opposed to religiously. That's just the kind of person I am. I did not ask to be that way. That is just how I am. So boom, I basically told you guys what the law of attraction is, and it basically says, and has been for many years over time. I'm gonna read it one more time. The laws of attraction basically is a spiritual practice that argues that positive thoughts and actions reaps positive rewards and vice versa for negative ones. I just broke it down very simply. So I wrote a simple fact is, you can think about anything you want to think about. Like, you have complete control over the things that go through your mind. See, y'all looking at me crazy like I don't talk about being just mentally in check. Like, you can controlling your own thoughts is controlling your own life. It's controlling your mood. It's controlling your behavior. It's controlling your destiny. Controlling your mind is taking you in the direction exactly that you need to be going in. And it don't have nothing to do with nobody else. It don't have nothing to do with nobody else. So let me just go ahead and keep going. So you got to change the vibration you're in, and your whole world changes. That is just a simple fact. Like, listen, like, I can't, and I used to, and I'm so glad that I am learning how to control myself more emotionally, mentally, my thoughts, all that kind of stuff. I'm learning how to control myself, because you will still be tested. People will still be who they are, and you will be easily thrown off track, and then you'll end up being somewhere you don't want to be because you didn't have control over your own mind. It will lead you into a state of somewhere you just don't want to be. I mean, you can end up in jail. You can end up sick in the hospital, worrying and letting people stress you out. That gives you ulcers. You will end up in poverty. You will end up not having the things that you want to have in life, simply because you are not learning. And I say learning because you have to do these things over time, and then they will come naturally. But because you are not learning how to control the thoughts that go through your mind on a regular basis, and you are just letting yourself be willy-nilly, and then soon as somebody say something, get smart you and all that kind of stuff, you over there cussing somebody out. Next thing you know, the cop slapping a pair of handcuffs on you and all that kind of stuff, because you have not yet learned how to control yourself. Everything starts in your mind. It can lead you in either direction. That's what I'm saying. So basically, I told y'all what the meaning of the law of attraction is. You can attract the negative, or you can attract the positive. So I'm going to go ahead and keep on going. So the law of attraction is always working. It is always working. So don't think that you can be over here cussing somebody out in your mind, calling them all kinds of names and all that kind of stuff. Like, when I talk about positive mental attitude, it is so important, because instead of being around the people that rub you the wrong way, you can make it to where as though you are only always around people that make you feel good. The majority of the time, I am around people that I feel good about being around. The people that call me are people that I would rather be talking to, opposed to the people that I would rather not be talking to. And I'm very purposeful about that. The conversations that I have on a regular basis are conversations that are going to grow me and to elevate me, and conversations that I don't mind having, even if it's constructive criticism. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'm talking to somebody about me, or, my daughter's always criticizing me, talking about, maybe one of my videos. And, Mom, why was you so excited and yelling in on people's face and nobody went here all day? And I was like, all right, I'm gonna learn how to chill and calm down. But I know when it comes down to this stuff, like, I get very passionate. Like, I just really, really do. So sometimes I do have to learn how to compose myself, because it's more important that I get the message across, opposed to me just like getting all wrapped up in my excitement. But y'all gonna have to forgive me. I'm telling y'all, that's how you can tell that it's genuine. Like, this is coming from like deep down inside of me. And if I wasn't doing these things on a regular basis, I would not be able to sit here in front of you guys and talk about them the way that I do. So these are disciplines that I try to incorporate in my life on the regular basis, and it helps me live a much more comfortable life. I see so many people that are struggling still in so many ways, and they don't think that it's important to do things like this, like change the way that you focus your thoughts on a regular basis so you can live a more harmonious life. Don't complain about the life that you are living if you are not willing to take any action to turn it into a more positive direction. If you cool with where you at, then boom, you cool. Like, be great. Be great, but don't come on here complaining. Don't get on Facebook cursing everybody out, talking about this person did that, and I know one thing, and one more person say something to me, and all this kind of stuff. Like, what are you doing? What kind of energy are you attracting? Where's your mind? Like, what are you being focused on the regular basis? Some people constantly posting negative things on my timeline. I'm like, wow, like, certain people, I just take off my timeline, because like, why you always got something negative to say? You don't got nothing positive to say? I don't want it in my spirit. I don't want that negative energy in my spirit. Like, I know I laugh and joke and say dumb stuff sometimes too, but the constant negativity, and you steady pointing a finger at other people, but you never take a look at yourself of why these things are being attracted to you. Why am I always in an altercation with somebody? Why I gotta cuss somebody out every single day? Don't go in a direction. Go the other way. Don't answer the phone. Don't respond to the text. Don't respond to it at all. Like, it took everything in me to not respond to like, my YouTube channel was like, it's like going to be like so viral in a minute. And I got like hecklers and haters. And I was so impressed. I was like, oh, like, they hating on me at this point. That's how you know. That's how you know when you getting big, when they start like obviously hating on you, saying stuff that don't even make no sense or all that kind of stuff. So I was very flattered. But this guy jumped on my YouTube yesterday and said something about one of my workout videos. And it was like, obviously, like, that he was hating. And it took everything inside of me to not respond to it. Like I wanted to be like da 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 da. I was like, no, because I don't want that to be my energy. I don't want my energy. Like I know I'm doing an amazing job when I go into the gym. I know I'm getting stronger. I know how my body feel. Like what your numbers looking like? Because numbers don't lie. Like you getting on here talking about my stuff. I'll tell you I wanted to clap back so bad, but I didn't. I was like, I'm just not going to say nothing because I don't want that to be my energy. Then I would have been thinking about my clap back, and then I'd have been ready to clap back some more. Like, I don't know who he think he talking to, but that kind of stuff, I just don't want that to be my energy no more. So as much as I wanted to say something, I didn't. And now, like, I'm talking to y'all about it now, but I'm proud of the way that I handled that situation because I don't have to walk around with that negativity. It's just simple choices like that we make. Like, I don't have to walk around with the thoughts of it in my mind and all that kind of stuff. And I am very flattered that I am starting to get hecklers now. Like, listen, my family talks trash about me. It ain't nothing y'all can say about me that is going to hurt my feelings. I'm sorry. So I just feel very flattered by that. But let me I'm just gonna go ahead and keep on going. So you have to change the vibration that you in. Like you gotta keep that vibration high. And I'm talking about the law of attraction today because what you attract to yourself, what your energy is, the people that you attract to yourself and all that kind of stuff is basically up to you. The thoughts that you think in your mind, the way that you react to things and all of that kind of stuff. So I'm telling you, if you are living a life that is full of stress, I'm just going to come out and say it, or not a life that you want to be living on the regular basis, you got to think about some of the things that you are allowing to be attracted to you, that you are allowing to be attracted to you. The thoughts that are going through your mind, the things that you think about on a moment to moment basis and all of that kind of stuff. That it's all you. It's all you, boo-boo. I'm telling you. I mean, you might think it's them because they wrong is two left shoes and all that kind of stuff, and they might be. And they probably gonna always be wrong and forever. And forever, ever. But you ain't got to deal with it. They can be wrong over there. Like they could be wrong over there while you over here being happy. You don't have to have the negativity surrounded around you. It is your choice, the things that you want, that you allow yourself to be surrounded around. So, sometimes you have to force yourself to think positive. And I wrote that down in my notes, and I heard a very successful person say that. And I thought, and it just stood out to me so much because number one, I do that. I literally force myself to think positive, even when in negativity. And it always makes my life better. Even if that moment is not so positive, it makes the following moment positive. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just has such a domino effect to it instead of soaking in that negativity and then now you just there for a while. Like, who wants to just be soaking in negativity? If there is one thing that you can do to change that negative situation into a positive one, by all means do it. You know, I mean, you might feel like, you know, I ain't no punk and I don't know who they think they talking to, and it don't have nothing to do with that or them. It got something to do with you, your future, and where you want to be in the future, because this is just where you at right now. God got something bigger for you to do. He got a better job for you to do, and it don't have nothing to do with what's going on right now. How you know if you just ain't being put to the test? Just to see how you gonna react. He like, nope, another 5 or 10 years, and then I'm gonna test you again and see if you're ready. Sometimes we just fail the test so many times. So many times we just sitting up here failing the test, and I'm guilty. I'm guilty too, but I'm not going to do it no more, because if it's things like this, the law of attraction, that is going to help me move higher. I'm all about elevation and growth at this point in my life. It is all about elevation and growth. So if there is anything that I can do that to help me elevate and grow, by all means, I'm 1,000,000%. I'm all in. I'm all in because I want too much out of life and I want to live. I don't want to just survive. I want to enjoy every bit of my life. I don't even want to be working hard. I don't even want to be working hard and working my fingers to the bone. There's nothing wrong with working hard because that's how you accomplish things. But I'm 42. I'll be 43 this year. I don't want to work at all by the time I'm 50. I mean, I can still continue to do things like this. I know God is growing me in this area, but I'm talking about hard labor, going to work, punching somebody's clock. Within the next 7 years, I want my working years to be over. Completely over. So that's just me, and I can't make nobody think, along those lines, and I can't want success and better living for you more than you want it for yourself. But why not? Just why not? Why not seek to live a better life? So the last thing I was talking about is the law of attraction is always working. I did write that down. I got that through my study. So like I was saying, even when you think the law of attraction is not working, it is absolutely, by all means, it is working. The laws of attraction. So that is what we're talking about today. So scientists have proved that your thoughts are like vibrational waves of energy. So we think that our thoughts they just stop in our mind. Like, I'm just thinking this thought and that's it. But it is literally scientifically proven. Like, if you can see your thoughts leaving your body, like, it is literally energy leaving your body. Your thoughts are like it says your thoughts are like waves of energy. So that is just something to think about. Like, your thoughts are not just the things that are going through your mind. Your thoughts are energy. What energy are you radiating from yourself, and what energy are you drawing to yourself? So that is just something to think about. I thought that was very interesting. That's why I wrote that down. So humans are the most powerful creatures on the universe, and we have powers that we don't even know that we have. Just like this study, like the laws of attraction, we don't even know. Like, we got probably like superhuman powers, and we don't even know the power of the things that we do that can help us and that can hurt us. We think that things like so minor, such as we minimize the impact that certain things may have on our life. But things like this, the thoughts that we think, can have major impacts on our life. So I thought that was very interesting. I actually heard a motivational speaker say that today, about how humans just have powers. Like, we just have powers that we don't even realize that we have. And thus far, as many living creatures that have been discovered in the ocean and in the sea and in the wilderness, we are the most powerful living creatures on the face of the earth. No other living thing carries as much power as the human being. So don't deny yourself the power that you can be utilizing on the regular basis, even if it's just simply to make your life move in a more positive direction. So all right, where am I? People are in a poverty consciousness. People who are in a poverty consciousness attract lack and limitation. So I mean, that's just what it is. Everything starts in your mind. You have to be in a whatever consciousness for you to make that your reality. If you want to be wealthy, you have to be in a conscious. If you want to be healthy, you have to have a health conscious. I think about how healthy and how strong I want to be almost every single day. And sometimes I cannot believe I test my strength, even when I'm in the gym, and sometimes even when I'm outside of the gym, doing laundry or doing household chores or seeing how much I can carry, and all of that kind of stuff, groceries. Like, I literally test my own strength on the regular basis. And it's because I put the thoughts in my mind of how strong I want to be. Like, you can't just, if you don't fix your mind to be that, it is not just going to happen. I heard someone say that, okay, there's so much abundance just in the world, period. So if they were to distribute, if they would distribute the wealth equally, like gave everybody the same amount of money, everybody would be rich. Like, that's how much wealth it is. It's enough money in the world that if we took the money that's in this world and gave everybody an equal amount, everybody would be rich. But then they moved on to say, but 9 times out of 10 is going to end up back in the same pockets. Like, the broke-minded people is going to end up back broke again. The wealth-minded people are going to end up, and it really only makes sense to me, because if you don't change your mind to think the life that you want it to be, you just like people who win the lottery, they are millionaires overnight. And if you talking about somebody who never knew how to handle $1 million or learn how to handle $1 million a day in their life, a lot of people that win the lottery end up back broke again. They just do, because they never conditioned their minds to be wealthy. Like, this is why I'm not trying to tell y'all what to think or how to think. I'm just telling you the consequences of the way that you think. If you think in a negative way, if you think poverty, if you think welfare, if you think food stamps, if you think Section 8 and all that kind of stuff, or are you going to think beyond food stamps or welfare and Section 8? All that kind of stuff. Even homeowners, you can think beyond paying a mortgage. Like, from me doing my financial literacy, borrowing money is never a good thing. You always end up paying back more than you borrow. So, I mean, it's not always about working hard to be able to get your credit score up, because FICA and them is in cahoots with the banks and all of that kind of stuff. So raise your credit score so you can go borrow money from the bank so they can put a bunch of interest on it when it's time for you to pay it back and all that kind of stuff. You can think beyond raising your credit score and getting a mortgage. You can think, I want to buy my house flat out. I just want to go somewhere and be like, I want that one. Boom, here you go. And if you don't think it, how are you ever going to be attracted to you? A lot of people are not wealthy because they don't make it their aim and they don't make it their goal. They go down to the welfare office more than they going down to, learning how to be independent in their finances and all of that kind of stuff. Like, some people stay up in the welfare office. Like, the time and energy that you putting into keeping your food stamps going, you could keep putting it into building a better life, so you don't have to get food stamps no more at all. And I know I'm like talking jabberish, like what are you talking about? Like, I want my food stamps, not me. I don't want nobody food stamps or the government, nothing. I want to be able to provide for myself and my children independently for the rest of my life without having to ask anybody for nothing. And I know that's not everybody's frame of mind. I know. I'm not, listen, I ain't trying to get up in, where y'all at with it and all that kind of stuff. And you know what, this message is, it might not even be for everybody. It probably just may be for the people who really want more out of their life without limit. Take the limit off. Take the cap off of it. Don't tell yourself what you can't do before you even try to attempt to do it. Maybe this is just for the fearless people who are not afraid to step out on faith and go after what they really want in life. Not just look at it on the TV or in the magazines or on social media. You see somebody on their yacht, go get yourself a yacht. Like, you have to make it your goal. You have to make it your goal. What you make your personal goal will be your reality. The people that have yachts and Rolls Royces and mansions and all of that kind of stuff, they have it because they made it their goal. They told themselves that that is what they want out of life. It don't just happen. Like 97% of wealthy people got it from the ground up. Maybe 3% of people that are wealthy in the world inherited it. And that was a proven study. I did not just make that up. People change their mind and they focus on the things that they really wanted in life, and they want after those things. Sometimes we set the bar too low. We can really set the bar like really, really, really high. Like, just try it. Set the bar really high. And even if you don't touch that bar, you will come real close. I'm telling you, listen, even if you don't touch the bar, the tip of your finger might touch the bar, but it's sure gonna be better than you not aiming high at all and you just stepping over the bar. Like, you ain't even lift your bar up yet. Like, listen, this is what I'm trying. This is why I'm talking to y'all, because so many people are used to having a poverty mindset. Don't complain about your bills. Don't complain about what you can't do for your kids. Don't complain about what you don't have, because your life is literally what you are making it out to be. It don't matter what your mom did or what your dad did, or wealth don't run in my family and all of that kind of stuff. It can be whatever you want it to be. Even if I don't reach the limit of wealth, and I believe in my heart that I will, one day, I guarantee you one of my kids will. I guarantee you, because this is what I am intentional about. This is what I'm intentional about. Like, either way, I wish I had this frame of mind 10 or 15 years ago, but I'm glad I made the mistakes that I made. I was just thanking the Lord this morning for my trials and tribulations. It had to happen. It did. My trials and tribulations, my testimony, the things that I had to go through, I had to go through those things. Even if it's just simply so I can be here talking to somebody and letting them know that you can come from a broken place and have a beautiful ending. So, listen, we got to learn how to set the bar higher. That ain't come from my notes. That came from my heart. And I mean, I don't know if you could tell or not, but that's not just something that just generated through my thoughts today. That is my thinking pattern every single day. I think in abundance every single day. I think in prosperity every single day. I take the limits off every single day. I know it might sound scary, and it might seem scary. And you know what? I ain't gonna lie. It is a little bit scary. But when I see where I came from and how far I have gotten, it's always so worth it. It's always worth stepping out on faith. It's always worth taking that chance. It's always worth, like, come on, God, here I go. Just hold my hand. Give me grace. It's always worth it each and every time. It is always worth it. I know it sounds scary, and it is scary, but it's worth it. So I'm going to go ahead and keep going on with my notes. So, I mean, if you can see it, you have the courage to speak it, or these notes, I'm telling you, I did a study. I just did a study on this last night, and I'm not just making these things up. If you can see it and you have the courage to speak it, it can become your reality. That is not my words. This comes from a study of, let me just say, very successful people. Very successful people. These are from people that actually stepped out and did it. You are a magnet. Whatever you are, that is what you will draw to you. So whatever you are, like that's the company that you keep. The word of God tells us that bad company corrupts good character, something like that. Y'all gotta excuse me, I don't always quote the Bible right, but I know it's something like that. And I'm just so glad that I don't really hang around anybody right now, because I want my influence to be my higher power and positive influence and people that I choose to surround myself around. So you're gonna attract to you what you are. The most powerful law of attraction is affirmation. And I do it to y'all every week. Like every time I come on here, I end each message. And I did not even know that until I did this study last night. I was like, what? The most powerful law of attraction is affirmation. When you speak these things over yourself and over your life, even if you just say it in your own mind, that is the most powerful law of attraction. It is affirmation. I hear Oprah Winfrey talk about that all the time. Like, you can jump on YouTube and grab any of Oprah Winfrey videos, and she talks about affirmation. She talks about how she speaks positivity over herself on the regular basis, and Oprah's a billionaire, excuse me, and probably getting richer by the second. But I mean, it's not all about being rich, because when I think about the abundance that I want God to give me, I want to have peace in my mind. I want to have a great spiritual connection. I want to have a control over my emotions. I want to have control over my thoughts. And I want great physical health. I want great financial health. Like, it's not always about just monetary things or generational wealth. I do want to have generational wealth for my children for many, many, many years to come. My children's children's children. I just want to set a new trend in my line, and I can't convince anyone else to do it. I mean, I know what I want for myself. And that's just why I'm here, because some people probably think that they don't even deserve to live a life of abundance and prosperity. And if no one ever told you before in your entire life, you do. You do. You deserve to live a life of abundance and prosperity. So we literally have to program. We literally have to program in positive information and eliminate negative ones. So I mean, you have to constantly do it over and over and over and over and over again, just like with anything else. Everything, you have to practice doing it. Practice meditation, practice working at your job, practice being an architect, or whatever your line of work is. To become better at it, you have to practice at it. That is the same thing with transmuting negative thoughts out of your mind and turning those negative thoughts into positive thoughts. You have to program yourself to have a more positive mind frame. So you have to do it every day. You can't just do it one time. And I will say, the more you do it, the better you get at it. You will just be sitting there thinking positive thoughts. You be like, wow, this feel nice. I'm telling you, it happens all the time. Even when the enemy tries to creep up to control my thoughts, and this bill and that child, and somebody need to be picked up from football practice and all that kind of stuff. If I am doing something for myself, if I am meditating, if I am praying, if I am at the lake gaining me some peace or feeding the ducks and stuff like that, I am allowed to be centered and focused into peace. I allow myself to accept the peace in my mind, the peace in my body, and the peace in my spirit that is going to allow me to move forward. Like, these kids going to leave me alone. And like, sometimes I had to cuss my own mind out. Like, no, we not doing that today. I don't want my head filled with negative thoughts. I just don't. Sometimes you got to get aggressive with your own mind. Like, no, I'm not going to sit here and allow myself to be filled with such negativity. I don't deserve that. I'm telling you, depression is killing people rapidly. People are dying from depression quicker than a speeding bullet because we are not allowing ourselves to think more positively on the regular basis. So, you attract energy of people that you are aligned with. I was just talking about that. You attract the energy and the people that you are aligned with. Where your alignment comes from, it comes from you. It comes from the energy that you project from yourself. With the thoughts that you think, the way that you feel, the people that you attract, the way that you act, it all boils down to you. When you don't feel good, when we don't feel good, we are in a negative vibration. If you want to feel good more, put yourself into a positive vibration. And this is what it said to do, to put yourself in a positive vibration. I am not just writing this down because this is me. Stop and think about what you are grateful for. That is the best way to put yourself in a positive vibration. You already know I am all for it. I love thinking about things that I am grateful for on the moment-to-moment basis. You don't have to give me more reasons to be more grateful. I love being grateful, but anytime that you feel like your vibration is low and you like in a negative mood, think about the things that you have to be grateful for. I'm sure you can find 10 of them right now. Like just by just thinking about it. No matter what is going on outside of you, around you, and all of that kind of stuff, we all have so many things to be grateful for, and it literally raises your vibration. It takes you higher. We're going to talk about what happens when we have a higher vibration. It takes you closer to your destiny and the things that you want, how you want to feel in life. So the only limitations are the ones that you set up in your mind, and the ones that you allow other people to set up in your mind. We could be so easily influenced by the people around us and the naysayers and the chit chatters and the haters and all of that kind of stuff. And they had you sitting up there like, well, I ain't even gonna try it. And somebody said I shouldn't do it because of this, that, and the other, and all that kind of stuff. And next thing you know, you're not even attempting to do what you know you want to do because you let what other people say influence your decision and all that kind of stuff, and set limitations and roadblocks up that is going to come in between you and your destiny. Sometimes you got to remove your own roadblocks. Excuse me. The things that you set up in your own mind that you tell yourself why you can't do something. Like the moment you tell yourself what you can't do, tell yourself what you can do. Like same energy. Like, all right, or just, weigh your options. Just weigh your options. Write a list of the pros and the cons. Because if you can sit up there and talk about why you can't do it, talk about why you can and why you should do it. And just weigh your options. I know so many people that are stuck in terrible situations because they won't make the drastic decision, and it might not even be a drastic decision. They won't even make a minor decision to do one simple thing, to make a simple step into the direction that they want to be going towards. And if you ask them why, they come up with some of the simplest excuses why they won't walk away from the marriage. It's been holding you down for 10 years. Why you haven't stepped into the field that you want to step into. Why you haven't started the business. Why you haven't written a book. Why you haven't started the YouTube channel. Why you haven't made the phone call or did whatever you had to do, or send the email or whatever. Y'all got connections and stuff like right in the palm of your hand. Like, y'all know people that know people. Y'all got the plug. Like, y'all know people that know people. Ain't nothing like knowing somebody that knows somebody. Like, I do know somebody that knows somebody that, and they doing the same thing that I know I want to do. And if I collaborate with them, that might help them and me. But you done set up so many roadblocks in your mind that you haven't even taken the first step into connecting with this person that might help elevate you, because you already done told yourself that you can't do it. I'm sick of y'all. I'm sick of y'all. At this point, so many excuses why people are not doing the things that they know they want to do. Just do it. Just do it, wherever it may be. Just do it. Don't come to me talking about, I want to get my LLC, but LLC is free. I got like 3 of them. I think I got 2 for the state of Pennsylvania and 1 for the state of Delaware. LLCs are free. Like, if you know you want an LLC, you want to be a sole proprietor, you want to start your own business, it's free to advertise, to explore your talent, to do the things that you know that you are out here good at doing, whether it be fixing cars or fixing stuff around the house or cooking food or being creative or drawing or whatever you like to do. But we are so busy doing so many other things that are not elevating or helping or serving us that we won't even take time out to do the things that we know we really want to do. I'm talking about the laws of attraction, because when it boils down to it, it all comes together, because you won't let the thoughts that go through your mind have the impact on your life that you know that you want. And you sitting around complaining about it, but you won't even change your mind about the kind of life that you want. For whatever reason, because you've been soaking in negativity for too long. I don't care if you sleeping with the enemy. Start getting yourself together right next to him, right next to her, right next to them. I don't care if you in the same house with the negativity. Take yourself into a positive place until you are able to remove yourself physically. Don't let nothing come in between you and your destiny. I know this message ain't for everybody. It's for people who want it bad enough. It's only for those who want it bad enough. I don't care how old you are. I don't care how young you are. It don't matter. This message is for people who desire to live a more peaceful life. If you want to walk in the beach with your feet in the sand for the rest of your life, if you want to just live a harmonious, peaceful life, that can be your reality. I don't care if you in the midst of a bunch of ruckus right now. Tell yourself that you want peace. Attract peace to your own mind. It don't only have to be money. It can be whatever you want it to be. The law of attraction is attracting to you what you want your life to be. What you want your life to be. It don't have nothing to do with nobody else. Not your boss, not even your kids. Because I ain't going to have to, listen, I be in my own mind. I be like, if I tell my kids like what I really want to say about them, sometimes I don't say it because I know it's going to hurt their feelings. Because you think my whole life revolves around you, but this is between me and God. Like, I love y'all, but this don't have nothing to do with you or nothing that's going on in your life right now. I know you ain't asked to be, oh yeah, they'll tell me that. I mean, I ain't asked to be here. I ain't asked you to have me or you and my dad to get together and all. I done heard it all. I be like, okay, but you here now, and what I'm doing don't have nothing to do with you. You know, they done call me mean and all that kind of stuff. Why I'm your kid and you had me and all that kind of stuff. I don't care. Like, sometimes it be like straight up F these kids, because I gotta do what I got to do. Like, I gotta do what I have to do, and it don't have nothing to do with nobody else. Like, my journey is personal. It's so personal, and so is yours. Like, we sitting up here talking about what we got to do for somebody else, and we can't move on to do what we got to do for ourselves until we take care of them and all that kind of stuff. You so busy talking about taking care of them, who gonna take care of you? Like, who is going to take care of you? Because if you don't take care of you, you can't take care of nobody else. It come a point in time where you have to prioritize yourself. You have to. You just have to. And I'm talking about in every kind of way. Take time out and do what you have to do for yourself, to take care of your health, to take care of your physical health, to take care of your mental health, to take care of your financial health, to pray and meditate, take care of your spiritual health, take care of your emotional health. Do what you have to do to maintain the life that you want to maintain for yourself. Because newsflash, nobody is going to do it for you. Nobody is. Nobody gonna say, 9 times out of 10, they ain't even gonna call you to see how you doing. People don't want to see how you doing. They want to see what you doing. They want to be nosy. They want to be nosy. So anyway, you gotta speak these things. Speak what you want and make it your truth. Even if everybody around you think that you lying, it don't matter. Speak what you want and make it your truth. Everything responds to your belief. If you believe you ain't gonna be nothing, you ain't gonna be nothing. Everything responds to your beliefs and the way that you feel about yourself, what you think about yourself, and how you think about yourself. That is what the universe is going to respond to. You know, your lack of limitation. You telling yourself what you can't do. You telling yourself what's in the way and what you never can be and how broke you are and I gotta do this and that for this person and that person instead of doing things for yourself, and you not prioritizing yourself. So if you don't want to prioritize yourself and make sure you okay, then that's just what your life is going to be. So don't wonder why. Don't be sitting up here complaining, talking about I take care of everybody else and I'm tired and all that kind of stuff. You attracted that to yourself. You attracted that to yourself. You teach people how to treat you. You teach the universe how to treat you, what you want for yourself out of life. If you putting everybody else before yourself, then everything else is going to go before you. It's the laws of attraction. You had to learn how to put yourself first. And then guess what? The universe will put you first. It will put you right in front of you. You will be first. But you have to put that in your own mind, is that you want to be first. So obsessing over things that you don't want to happen can actually cause them to happen. Like, just like people can think themselves sick. You know, I know we don't think that that's true, but some people have, a lot of people have done it. You think ulcers in your stomach, you think cancers, you think diagnosis, you think heart attack, you think high blood pressure, you think yourself into a stroke. I'm telling you, you think so much about the things that you don't want and the things that you don't want to happen until they actually happen. The sooner you begin to obsess after the things that you actually want to happen in your life, the sooner they will begin to happen. Start obsessing over you. Start obsessing over your future. Start obsessing over your life. Start obsessing over your bank account. Start obsessing over your body. Start obsessing over your mind. Start obsessing over you. That same passion and everything that you pour into other people, your kids and your spouse and all of that kind of stuff. Obsess over yourself. I'm telling you, it is never a waste of time when you stop to do things for yourself. It is never a waste of time. You are never wasting time when you are praying for yourself, when you are meditating, when you are educating yourself, when you are teaching yourself how to think better. It's never a waste of time when you are praying more and doing things that you know you need to do for yourself to elevate yourself. It's not selfish. Start obsessing over you in a positive way until you begin to see the results of your life moving in the direction that you literally want your life to move in. Start doing it and start doing it now. Please. I'm asking you to. So I do have, y'all gotta excuse me. Like, this is the first time I ever have been able to let it out. I talk about mental health all the time, but when you talking about the law of attraction, you talking about mentally anyway. It's dealing with you mentally. So I'm like all 100% in when I'm talking about anything that has something to do with us being able to control ourselves mentally. So this is one of those things. Like, I am just 100% all in. I'm all for it. So I wrote down one quote, and I wrote down one affirmation, and then I am done with you guys for today. So the quote of the day is by Steve Harvey. Most of us should know who Steve Harvey is. He is a successful comedian, entrepreneur, actor, multi-millionaire. Steve Harvey has made a great success out of himself over the past, I want to say 20 something years. He did Def Comedy Jam, the Kings of Comedy. He does Family Feud. Like, how could you not love Steve Harvey? He is a very spiritual man as well. He'd cuss somebody out, but he is very spiritual, and he do know that he attributes his life and his success by being connected to his higher power. So this is what Steve Harvey said. Ask, believe, receive. If you see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. So these are the words of a very successful man. I actually watched a video with his motivation, and I saw him speak these words out of his own mouth. So I had to write it down. I'm going to say it one more time. Ask, believe, receive. If you see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. This man worked very hard to become a great success over the years, and that is what Mr. Steve Harvey said. Big shout outs to you, Mr. Steve Harvey. His name will go down in the records forever. He has become a great example for people, and I'm not even going to say for my race in particular. I don't want to be biased, but when I do see people of my ethnicity make great accomplishments out of themselves and work very hard from the ground up to become where they are, it makes me very proud, and it gives me hope. So those words from Steve Harvey, they carry much weight for me. It means a lot to me personally. So I wrote down one affirmation, and I did get this from a video I watched with Jennifer Lopez, J-Lo, Jenny from the Block. She has become a great success over the years as well. So I did steal this affirmation from her. She was doing a video on the law of attraction, and she said she does affirmations on a regular basis, and she tell her kids to do the same thing too. Like, she's the one who said you have to make yourself think positive. So Jennifer Lopez said this is an affirmation that has become quite effective for her. I am open and receptive to all the goodness the universe has to offer me. I am open and receptive to all the goodness the universe has to offer me. So write that down, you guys. Keep that for yourself in your notes. Refer back to it as much as possible, because and that means so much as well, because you have to be able to open yourself up and allow yourself to be receptive. You got to be in receiving mode. Like, you can't be asking for these things and a better life and peace and abundance and prosperity and all of that kind of stuff, and you putting a brick wall up in between you and your abundance. You have to remove all barriers out of the way and put yourself in receiving mode, so you can allow yourself to be open and receptive to all the goodness, all the abundance. You deserve it, that this world has to offer you. There is no lack of. There is enough of it. There's just not enough of us. So we had to go out here and claim and get what is rightfully ours. So, good morning. Happy hump day. That is the end of my study on the law of attraction. I hope you guys got something out of that message. Woo! I gotta calm myself down because I did not even realize how much I needed that message on the law of attraction, even just for my own self, because I want more out of life, and I want so much for not only myself but for my children as well. And if I can share a message like this and it can help someone, just alter the way that they think in a single way that might help elevate them or lead them in the direction to their destiny or their future, or in the direction that they want to go in. Not that I want you to go in. I want you to go in the direction that you want to go in. Don't go the opposite way. I want this for myself, but I'm not even going the right way. I want you to start moving in the direction of what you want for yourself and for your life. I am. So, if anybody is asking it, like she telling us this, is she moving in the direction that she wants to be moving in? Absolutely. I most certainly am. If I wasn't, I would not be able to sit here and relay this message the way that I am to you all. So, good morning and happy Wednesday. Is it still morning? How long I've been running my mouth? Listen, God bless you guys. I love you. Thank you so much for popping in, joining, listening to this Wednesday life lesson on the law of attraction. Before you go, let me just shout out my YouTube channel. If you have not yet, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please go like, share, subscribe, tell someone about it. I upload quick motivational videos almost on the daily basis that I am sure that will help someone, keep someone encouraged. You may be feeling down or discouraged and need a quick pick me up. So just go to True Value Knowing Your Worth on YouTube, and my books are still available, still on sale on Amazon. My first book is True Value Knowing Your Worth. My second book is Walking Treasures, Discover Your Hidden Treasures. My third book is Feed Your Soul, Your Personal Guide to Health and Wellness. And my fourth but not final book is Religiously, and that is taking a closer look at spirituality and religion. You can go on Amazon, you can search my name. I am listed as an author on Amazon. If you pull up my name, it'll take you to my author page. It will show you my books that I have on sale. It will even give you a quick preview of what some of my books are about. I think it lets you read maybe 2 or 3 pages so you can decide whether you want to buy the book or not. Listen, buy it for someone for Mother's Day. Get a quick pick me up, something that someone can add to their book collection. So God bless you guys. God bless you, and thank you. Once again, my heart is filled with such gratitude. I love you and thank you. You guys go out here and kick some Wednesday butt. Do what pleases you. Do what makes your heart happy. Make somebody smile, laugh, enjoy. The weather is nice. Go get an ice cream cone. Make yourself happy. I don't want no pouting or no shouting going on. Be very purposeful about the happiness and joy and peace that fills your life and your heart on the regular basis, and make that your continuous reality every single day. So this is what we're doing from now on, and we're not turning back. So in the meantime, y'all look out. Lord willing, I will be back here on Friday with another motivational message. In the meantime, you guys continue to stay blessed.